In Bitcoin, we've got a little bit of a quiet recovery going on. When we look at our daily candles, you can see that we are, sideways in a strong downtrend and really stretched from the daily 20 moving average. And in fact, all of our daily moving averages, whenever you see them spaced out like this, we're always liable to a snapback rally. So how big is our snapback rally going to be? This is the key. Let's go down a few time frames, and because we want to know, when is this declining wedge, likely to be over? Is it a declining wedge? What will tell us that we've made a bottom? At the moment, our 4-hour moving averages, we haven't flipped them over bullish. We've got a kind of counter trend sign going on here, but we're still under the 200 moving average on the hourly. So still in a downtrend. There's a few ways that I look at signs that we've reversed a downtrend. One of them, for each swing, I look at the 50% to be resistance. So if we keep dropping and then rallying 50%, then that's usually a good sign that we're stuck in a downtrend. So if we take a look at that, I'm just tidying up my fib here. If we take a look at this bounce was 50%. If we move this down to this next little swing, you can see that this rally was to 50%. If we come down to the next swing within this, here like this, you can see as soon as this first bounce was to 50%, but as soon as we went beyond that here, we knew that there was a bigger correction going on, or a bigger correction underway. Here we have a new swing lower. This so far 50%, we've done it this time. And now on this last swing lower, we can look at 50% to be our resistance on any rally that we have today, which is also where this hourly 200 moving average is. So Bitfinex prices, that's around 3,416 resistance on this bounce. I sometimes like to look at the bigger swing as well. So 3,416, but maybe potentially 3,500. So sideways consolidation at the lows, and that has usually meant for altcoins, when Bitcoin does this gentle sideways back and fill price action, then it usually means that it's a good time for alts. I'm still saying that this downtrend is not over. We still have further to fall, and I'm still looking for 2,900 for this support and resistance level, and 2,400 for the fib level. But I'm open to this being over, and in terms of daily trend in Bitcoin, really we have to take out these prior highs and the daily 20 moving average, and then we can say this downtrend is over, and that's 3,800. So sideways consolidation, that's the top of our range, and down here's the bottom of our range, and now we're just consolidating in a sideways range. Same in Ethereum. Let's do the same exercise in this one. This messy chart, we'll have a bit of a clean up. Okay, and Ethereum bouncing off the lows. So far though, strong downtrend and really spaced out a long way in Ethereum from these daily moving averages. So we can afford to bounce quite a long way without damaging the trend. If we go down to our hourly, you can see that these bounces have been pretty shallow, even more shallow in ETH. But that 50% back is very often first place you see trouble. So if we do this like this, in ETH we haven't even been reaching 50%, but we'll take this most recent swing and say, you know what, if we get beyond this, that's where if we get beyond this 50%, which is where we're sitting, then we've got a bigger correction underway, and we'll look at the 50% from the whole swing and these prior highs, and potentially an ABC correction in ETH to around 89.50. Remember, we're still in a downtrend. This could be a big sideways range that we consolidate in ETH, and we could see a rally, all the way into the new year in ETH back to around that 100 level. And then if we see, some seasonal selling in January, it could be against that 100 level. So big picture correction back to the top of the sideways range here in ETH would be all the way back to 100. and the daily 20 moving average, and 89.45, I think, interim resistance. So looking good for some sideways price action in ETH. I'm just going to quickly look at a couple that I think are setting up. Wabi, I know everybody has been looking at Wabi. Everyone was looking at Wabi yesterday. And so first time we rallied, we got knocked back at the 236 fib. We've had a really nice pullback and a double bottom in Wabi, and we're looking to get above this daily 50 moving average to continue higher. That's our resistance. We couldn't close above it yesterday, but we're doing a perfect thing where in between the support is the daily 20 moving average, the resistance is the daily 50. You can see before when we've got stuck in between that we've gone back and forward. We did it for 5-6 days here. We did it here for 7 or 8 days. And so potentially we could stick in this range in Wabi for a couple of days. But if we break out to the upside, and on the 4 hour you can see we've pulled back, retested this 4 hour 200 moving average really nicely. If we take a look at it on the hourly, it is a very tight range. If we break and close and hold above these highs at 3,906, we should continue higher and retest our target at 5,336 again in Wabi. But just watch out that we don't, do a bit of sideways in this range before we go anywhere. Okay, so that's Wabi. Thanks for watching and subscribing. If you didn't already know, I do a live stream on Monday nights on my Facebook page, facebook.com/nicktrades. I usually look at 30 to 40 coins, and I do it every week. If you'd like to join me then, and you've got a request or a coin you'd like to look at, then leave a request in the comments below. We'll try and take a look at it tonight.